yeah, they're.
Okay.
I don't have a. I just don't have.
Okay. Do you want to just move that to the back?
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have to worry as much.
I wonder if there's anyone. I'll see. There. Some people I didn't put a gift card in because they're not allowed. Oh, this isn't that heavy. No, it isn't. I'm just gonna take it home with all the pills in it.
There's a lot we need to dispose of.
In our arms. Aw, Timmy, can you grab the keys? Timmy, can you grab the keys? Or Dan? Come on. I wonder if it's, maybe it's unlocked. Fuck. Last night I climbed over that wall because we lost the keys. It was horrifying. That's why that stool's there. Well, the first time I used the little chair and I had to use upper body strength. And I was like, oh.
Is that heavy?
No.
Yeah.
Well, like, it's not light. Like, I wouldn't be like, please carrying this around all day. Well, like, oh, this is also how I knew someone was in here? All that shit's on the counter. Wouldn't it be just fucking fantastic if I found the tents right now? No, like, it's obvious that someone was in here. So, that's a bummer. Someone stole all the tents this morning, so a bunch of our guests now don't have tents for the summer, which is really upsetting. And we don't know who it is. Because everyone was so quiet and in bed at like 10, I was doing walkthroughs, but it wasn't apparent that anything was wrong or until this morning when I came here to just put everyone's camping gear together and noticed that the tents were missing. And at that point, the tents had been gone for hours, which is really sucks because they were all donated by a volunteer. Most likely they're going to be traded for drugs, which is really sad. Like when it's little things like underwear or razors, like it is what it is because they don't have like toiletries in the crack houses, so people will get extra toiletries from here and take them to the crack houses and trade them for whatever. But that's harmless for the most part because we have a ton of that stuff. Like we have boxes and boxes of toothpaste right there. But with a tent, that's basically someone's house for the summer. That's not allowed anywhere else. So it was a pretty upsetting morning when we had to tell the guests that we promised tents that we only had one. It was a really shitty end to the season. Right now it was 4 degrees last night and cold and rainy and the ground's still frozen. So if they don't have a tent, they're sleeping directly outside. Luckily that person, whoever took it, didn't take the tarps, sleeping bags, or mats that we had for them. So there's a chance that they'll at least stay dry, but it's more outdoors. Like they'll just be sleeping under the stars and it's supposed to rain all week. So that's just a really crummy first week. Oh. I'm selling this warming room art because I love it. Bathroom cats. Hello. Well, that toilet's running a lot. Not my problem. Hello? Oh, the bathroom is clogged again. Whatever. We always have to make sure there's no needles in the toilets, which is really awkward and annoying.
Well, I used to stay here every day, but now, for the grace of God, I'm not here anymore. For me, I get to spend all my time with the beautiful mother of my child and my son. I get to see all as he grows up now, and I don't miss it at all. I love it. This is my high school, or my continuing educational school. It originally used to be Peterborough Collegiate Vocational School. Now it's called PACE, Peterborough Alternative Continuing Education. It's a place for people to come to continue their high school at a later date and, you know, to better themselves and to try to get ahead in life. And that's what I'm doing, because I've been sick of the streets and that lifestyle for all these years. There. My skills do you already possess? Skills I already possess are... Well... Last year or the year before, they had their oldest graduate. I think she was like 72, I believe. And so that just shows that it's never too late, as people sometimes think. Okay, so you just came in the door. This is the new apartment. We walk in, here's the kitchen to the left. In that door is the bathroom, there's the living room. There's a cubby hole in the back for storage under the stairs. And as you come in, here's the kitchen. This is my favorite part of the house. Unfortunately, this is here. I brought a bunch of stuff over. But the huge walk-in shower. Like, tell me you don't have enough room to shower here. Hey. So, yeah. So there's the house, and then there's the toy room. You know, so. It's only been a little over a year we've been together. Yeah, she grew up here, but her mother, her mother died when she was 9. So, you know, she's had a rough life too, you know, as opposed to the whole dysfunctional part of growing up lifestyle, right? So it's not perfect. But it's how do you overcome those imperfections from the past and to deal with them so you can live happily in life, you know? We got 2 bathrooms. But no shower up on this one. But yeah, it was really necessary to move. And then this is gonna be his bedroom, and he just got his mattress here right now. No toys. Sleep only. He's liking it because it's not so small. He's got lots of room to move around, you know, like as you've seen, he's got his little toy room. He's happy, he loves the shower. But, yeah, I don't know, my brain's still a little frazzled. Like Jeannie, like when we get a little mad at each other, I got my name for her and that's her name for me. Goof and all that. Even though we know we're fine. Which couple does not have the odd little argument? Like really? Like, nothing's perfect in life.
So this is my kitchen, which we're getting redone. the last 3 years. This is my dog, Molly. This is Molly. Say hi, Molly. Molly, stop that. It's fine. It's a camera. This is my backyard. My dad's rebuilding his garage. So you can see we have a bunch of trailers for camping. We have all these acres. I think it was something like 150 people walked through the doors this year. On an average night, we had between 24 and 30, 34 at the highest. I don't think any of them really have solid housing right now, which is unfortunate, but we'll see. Come here. Here, I can throw the football if you bring it to me. Don't. Fine, then I won't throw it. Here's a picture of me and my niece, Sophie. I feel better now. I'm more relaxed. There's a lot going on the last few months, so it feels nicer to be relaxing for a bit. I'm excited to go back, though, in a few months, but for now, I'm okay with the break, and I feel at peace with it, so that's good.
Yeah, so this is the space. There's nothing really special about it. One time I was doing a tour with a group of Montessori kids, and they were like, they really wanted to see the space. And I was like, honestly, I'll describe it to you, and then you'd be like, but we want to see it. And then you'll come down and be like, oh yeah, that's exactly what it is. But basically, it's a church basement at Murray Street. Murray Street's been great to have us. This room is the warming room. So we'll set up usually a couple tables over here, and those tables will be where people eat and that sort of stuff. Last year, we kind of ran out of room, and so we had to take those down, which was actually a really sad thing, because I think those tables, what they did was created a place for community to happen, and we noticed a difference when those tables weren't there. But at the same time, we need enough room for everyone to sleep. So imagine this room filled with cots. So you can have upwards of 25, sometimes up to 30 people sleeping in this room, and these cots set up. This is so many people's home for 6 months, right? And there's so much that makes it not a great home, that the one thing we can do is making sure people feel as safe as possible. And one of those things is to not feel like, at least at night when they're going to bed, that they're on display. What I've learned in just working with people who are living in poverty and living in homelessness in particular is trust is like the biggest thing. And so we work really hard, and we haven't always been able to maintain it. We work really hard to gain people's trust, right? They trust in us as a group of people, as the warming room, as a movement, that they trust in us as individuals. And we want to respect that trust as much as possible.
I got my baby wipes. Oh my God, stairs again. So I don't come home. I know I got those motherfucking stairs again. Yeah, like I said, I just squeak in, squeak out. It's really quiet here today. It's almost scary. Cleaning lady was here this morning, but it's always still nice. I found a crack here this morning. I was in there for a couple of days. And this is me trying to clean up my mess.
pathetic.
And like, I know the landlord here, he doesn't do a lot of work.
Nothing.
Like, he doesn't like fixing stuff. Do you think the city should do more to crack down on these landlords
Yes.
like this?
Oh God, yes. This isn't the only trap house that he's got. The other one's on Rubidge. The other one, Elmer. Lake Street, yeah. He's quite the wild man.
He knows that they're crack houses, though.
Yeah.
Oh, he don't care.
How come?
Because he just wants his money.
And for a lot of people on social assistance, this is all they can afford.
Well, yeah.
It's, you move into a room, it's like,
They're living in India or something.
there are some good rooming houses, and but they're hard to find. And people that move into the good rooming houses know that they're not going to move out because it's a good rooming house, it's clean, it's quiet, it's safe.
Kelly always stops in and off. She wasn't technically a full-time guest there this year because she had housing in the rooming house. So they're looking for alternative housing for her. But she's resistant in meeting with people. More of a, I want to be helped, but then when it comes to setting the appointments and meeting them, she doesn't do so well with the showing up. She was very nice, and I really enjoyed my time with Kelly. She also taught English in Thailand, where I was, so we had a lot to talk about over that. And I get along really well with her, but when she drinks, she gets herself into a high volatile situation with the other guests, which creates high volatile situations for me. I'm not sure that the place she's staying right now is safer for her than the warming room. The warming room would actually probably be a lot safer than the crack house she's living in now, so.
I'm down to 84 pounds. It's pretty scary. My house was always spotless. My husband used to hate me to come home. Or you'd get up to go to work and all the light fixtures would be down, the fridge, the stove, everything would be pulled out. And I had a beautiful house, but I lost it. I knew he was seeing another woman, which was fine. I said, you know what? I said, Alex, all you have to do is do not introduce the kids to this other woman until we're done. And I was going to go back to school and become a nurse. And anyways, I smacked him. And I ended up going to jail. And then once I got out of jail, I wasn't allowed to go 500 meters in front of my house. So that meant I couldn't go home. And the kids weren't even home when this occurred. And God help me, it's just been a gong show ever since, like the last 11 years. It's just been terrible. Absolutely terrible. And this is not what I wasn't raised like this. Not at all. Married, 18 years almost. 2 kids out of it.
Better, I could be better. Son got apprehended Saturday. Yeah.
Is he back?
No, they want to keep him for 4 months.
While they look into it?
Well, what happened is he somehow found a pill that we never even knew was in the house. And if you knew, that was an old drug house. It was a benzo, which is a pan.
And we had no idea, so we took him to the hospital. Let him take the urine test out of him and everything, and we demanded to do a urine test ourselves to show that it didn't come from us, but they still took him.
Do you get to visit?
Well, not me, because I'm not biologically dad. Not right now. Like, I was talking to the worker today, and she knows I'm dad to him, so I gotta go have an interview with her, and she saw him today. But I don't know what to say. Like, it's, you know, all he wants to do is, Mommy, I want to come home. Yeah. I haven't been drinking, sober.
That's good.
Staying sober, don't want to drink. It's good. But I just gotta be strong and keep thinking he's coming home.
This is, I think, one of the better rooming houses in Peterborough.
Yeah, it is.
I got my friend Brian in. I've lived here since last year. It's quiet, it's clean. There's no drugs, bugs, or thugs in this house.
Yeah, exactly.
So how was the transition?
Well, like I said, I've gone through it before because I've done the warming room twice, and last year didn't work out. Just one of those things, you know. The place was noisy, crackheads, and bed bugs, and blah blah blah. It was terrible. But the transition to here, it's nice. I don't spend much time here. During the day, I'm out, you know, and come back late at night, and it's just quiet, you know. I can read in parks besides reading in the room. So I mean, and I don't watch soaps on TV during the day. So no. What the hell? Yeah, as rooms go, this is a nice, fair size one. And I haven't slept in a bed in a few years. Just because of my hip and my back, I sleep in a chair, kind of sitting up. And so there's lots of room for me. I don't have to worry about a bed.
So what's wrong with your hip?
Oh, just too many broken bones. Too many ribs, too many clavicles. Got a few plates here and there. Just from a few accidents. A couple of sprees.
So you just sleep in this chair here then?
Yeah. Mostly sitting up. Actually, I'd sit in a straight back chair if I had a desk and I'd slide my legs under the desk. But I don't, so I just sleep here. But like I said, it saves a lot of room. What the fuck? Yeah. And there's still the odd night if I go down to the park and it's a warm night. And I'm sitting there talking with, doesn't matter who, Mike or somebody. Then, if it gets late and it's warm, then I'll stretch out underneath the tree and walk in the morning. It's still nice to be outside.
It's a long weekend. We stayed on this island over here for a little while. Yeah, when the warm room closed, man, it was kind of cold a little bit. It's kind of secluded, it's quiet. You got the baseball diamond there. And it's a pretty quiet park, actually. There's some big willow trees there, and it provides a little bit of shelter from the elements, I guess. And there's a fire pit, It's just, you just don't want to have the smoke going over the baseball diamond when people are there, right? Like I said. Bit of consideration and, you know what I mean? It goes a long way sometimes. it's kind of hard to say, you know, why people are out and about sometimes. And there's all kinds of different reasons. And there's some people that just, they're kind of just traveling, you know? Traveling, looking for something. Not necessarily running from, but running to, you know, looking for something. Life's a learning experience, right? And like in so many different ways, you know?
Michael! That's you, Mike? No response. A lot of fish jumping though, eh? And the drone from Quaker Oats at night, kind of like sometimes if you have a hard time sleeping, in the old days you could jam your TV onto a white noise channel. Just have a little bit of white noise. But the hum from Quaker Oats helps out. I had lots of layers of clothing. The other two guys had sleeping bags, so they were toasty, and I was all right too. You know, as long as you didn't get too damp. But then, you know, when it's cold at night like that, the dew forms pretty quickly, and it's wet in the morning. So make sure that we have enough wood, and try to keep the fire going all night gently, and then stock it up in the morning. It was fun. It was like camping.
Wild turkey went on half price. Whiskey. Half a bottle of wild turkey later, I lost the other half and I lost my phone. Not too good. Not too good. So, I don't know. I give up on the phone. I give up on the phone. I gotta get in the water more often. Yeah, I lost the phone 3 times. I didn't tell you that. It's embarrassing. 3 times.
Oh, you're at the courthouse already. Okay, yeah, bye. All right, she's already there. I guess she ran out the front door. Oh, stressful day. Heading to family court up here at the old jail. We're going to court in regards to son Carson. In regards to the apprehension, as I was talking about yesterday, so they want 4 months, and we don't want it. So we just want him home, where he belongs, and as quick as possible.
Off the floor. Something off the floor.
Yeah, like.
Because that's what we told the doctor. Because that's all we knew.
Yeah, because we had no idea where it came from at the time. Yeah.
Especially since they're asking for 4 months, quicker they get them into a nice routine where
that it can be easier, less
noticed
stress on.
Carson's balance was off, and that his fine motor skills were impaired. But she put him down for a nap around 11:30, and after he ingested the medication. Miss Switzer said Carson slept approximately for an hour, but when Carson woke, he was worse than before, which was true. He was worse than he was before. He kept falling and smacking his face. Miss Switzer did not take Carson to the hospital immediately. She denied calling telehealth.
Right. So
CAS and the foster parent are sitting there in the room. All I can say is I'm coping.
Can't say I'm freaking out.
I'm fucking flipping out. I want to go out and I want to get fucking higher than a kite right now and fucking. I just want to get fucked right up so I don't have to think about it. But at the end of the day, it's not me I have to think about. It's this little boy that even though he's not with me, he's still the one and only person I have to think about. Other than myself, I have to think of myself and my own health, but I have to think of him too, right?
okay.
Can you just explain, like, there were issues with CAS, so is there any chance that they could take him away?
No, because they were gonna, they wanted just involvement, supervised involvement in the community. It's all them. And now they got the daycare on their side, and what, because we're below 25,000 a year in society, so we get treated differently? What the heck's up with that?
I wonder if you could talk about the tattoo on your arm.
Oh, this one? Oh, I should have kept my shirt on.
When did you have it done? Like, where were you?
Oh, I was in jail. Everything I have on me, like this was in jail. This was last year, or January this year. So it's my last one ever. I want to get it covered up now because mentally I'm different now. So that's about that.
So I ended up getting a serving job at the Golf and Country Club.
Hi, Matt.
And then I just ended up staying there on the summer full time.
I could just imagine them watching it in the morning, like people like.
So I bartend and serve there during the summer. I was hoping not to be back this summer and be around at the shelter, but that didn't work out. So I am back there again, but it's actually working out well and I'm pretty happy there right now. I'm pretty satisfied with that because it is really good money. Like, I think I actually get more money working there than I do at the shelter, which is funny, but.
So why don't you just stay there all year round?
Because I'm not passionate about that. Like, I'd rather be doing something with my life worthwhile than making the money. Like, I've always said it's just money. Like, money is not that important to me on my list of priorities. So I'd rather be making a difference in people's lives and that than being filled with money, so. We still have guests from last year that had left at the end of last year that we still don't know where they are where they went throughout the summer, whether or not they're still alive. We don't know anything about them, unfortunately. A lot of them, when they go into the woods for the summer, that's their home for they'll stay and camp out, and it's very unlikely that we'll run into them again. Yeah, I don't know why they would have just left here. Also, could have just blown down last night. Wasn't it not storming last night?
It was storming the last few days.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I could have forgot where it was too. They set it up when they're drunk and then stumble off.
Yeah.
as you notice in the summer, everything, all the leaves come out, so people are able to hide a little easier to enjoy themselves, right? Instead of when the leaves are bare and they can be seen. This is, as you can see, whatever, you know, all garbage. You know, the one thing I do, that's the one thing I don't like. You know, when people are outside drinking, because this is their living room, right? If they're living in the streets, this is their living room. Why don't they keep it clean? You know, maybe if they kept it clean, people wouldn't see it such as a big issue. Like, I know the cops don't really hassle them that much down the south end, because they're away from, and as long as you're quiet and don't make a scene, and, you know, then they don't bother you, right? But you know, but like, how could people live in like this? This is because people have just given up in their life, and they don't care, you know? And you can see they've had fires, you know, there's beds, there's mattresses, like, so, and you know, someone's been here recently, because there's a beer can, and, right? So, usually, like, it's pathetic. It's not, you know, it's not a way to live. Like, don't get me wrong, I used to live this way, but there's always a way out. The summers, I never minded being outside. Well, really, why would you mind, right? But once that fall time, it starts getting cold at night, you can't be on the streets, right? My friend died right here in the gutter. An old guy, because it was cold, he fell or something into the ditch, and they found him, he froze to death. You know, so, and all the assaults and accidents and whatever has happened there, they still think it's safe. But really nowhere's safe. It could be as safe, but as soon as you get alcohol in the people, anywhere that's safe turns into not safe, right? So, but yeah, I think a lot of these people are victims, and they're still victims because they haven't properly dealt with why they're a victim. So whether it's sexual abuse and whatever, you know, abandonment, neglect, they never haven't dealt with it. So that's why, that's where it roots from, or at least for me, is my childhood, things that I didn't deal with. I didn't accept the fact I was sexually abused, and it wasn't until after he died. It was hard for me. Because he was like my dad. My dad wasn't in my life at the time, or not consistently. So when he died, I had nobody to look up to. So I went out looking for acceptance. This was in 2000. And I ended up getting, this is when I got hooked on heroin and opiates. I went looking for acceptance, and these were punk rockers, you know, jamming needles, and I was looking for acceptance, so I said, can I try that? When I did morphine the first time, I didn't like it, I puked. But I kept, every time after, I kept thinking it'll be different, or different, or different. And it was. I did cocaine in 2001 for the first time by an IV use. I loved it after the first hit. 15 years of my life, I in and out of jail. Lost my kids, lost my family. I've been down this road in my old beat-up Ford, along this road that has no end. I've been down this road before and back again. I met an angel along my way. She looked at me and smiled, said, I'm coming your way. And if you want to, you can stay. She turned her head and looked the other way.
Oh, what's this? Yeah, that's where we're going. What do you want to plan first? Do you want to go down the slide? Nope. Boom. Oh no. You want to go back up and see Graham? Oh. Come here. It's okay. Come here. Oh, what's wrong? Want to go see Grandma? You say hi to the camera? Oh. Come on, we'll go back upstairs.
When I go to sleep, I wake up and I have a hard time remembering things. So I'm trying to start writing things down before I go to sleep, or writing things down when I awake. And then I get home and I get sucker punched in the face. That's why I got the bruise.
That happened here?
Yeah. I got suckered. From somebody that's going through a lot of emotions right now and stuff. I'm sure she didn't mean to do it, but I guess I was the first person in her way, so I take it. It's a good thing I got a high tolerance to pain, even though I'm in pain every day, but I'm getting so sick and tired of this. I'm on disability for a reason, or I'd be working. I don't like standing around. I help the community out as much as I can. I've always got something in my bag for somebody. I'll figure it out. One way or another, I always get things done. Always. Pathetic, actually. Need a mason jar. Mine now, till I get my Gumby. I drink out of them. I have since I was a kid.
I was just reading something the other day here. Yeah. Book of Job, chapter 12, verse 12. With the ancient is wisdom, and in length of days understanding. Length of days is understanding. Yeah, I worked as a contractor for a couple of years. I had a drug problem. Got into cocaine there.
Because of the job?
No, it was just people I knew. Introduced me to it. And I don't know, it was only a couple of years. But it was enough to do some damage, you know what I mean? Then I had some rotor cuff problems. I couldn't lift my hands over my head, basically. It was very traumatic. You know what I mean? Like emotionally. Then I was on social services assistance. Thing is, I got hit by a bus, right? So I figured, fractured my hip and got punctured my lungs, one, and deflated the other one, and well, the thing is that
Well, when I got hit by the bus, it was kind of intentional. Right? I was just kind of tired. I was growing pot. I figured they were gonna arrest me, and I was just really, really tired. I was tired of fighting with my girlfriend. I didn't want to go to jail. And I was just, it was kind of a spur of the moment kind of thing. I just wasn't, I was just tired. You know, like, you know, I will refine you in a furnace of affliction and suffering. You know, like we make the wrong choices, and we live a certain way. You know, it was suggested at some point along the way in my getting arrested for this and that and so on, that perhaps I was schizophrenic. This is by a provincial jail doctor. I had some pretty extreme thoughts. In my travels, being out west, I kind of had these thoughts in my head, you know, like, you know, I was color coding everything, you know. I had some mental health issues going on, all right? God can create circumstances, and he can raise our anxieties to let us know that there's something wrong in how we're doing things. It has to do with fear. And the reality is fear about judgment, okay? Unacknowledged sins, you know, your lifestyles, you know, you might think it's okay, but it's not really okay. You have a conscience, you can go against your conscience or not. You can think twice, but you gotta be careful about how much you're thinking, you know. And sometimes we think wrong, sometimes we just don't pay any attention to anything. Yeah, it's a little overpacked. I got books in one of these tubs. Then there's food in the other. Rice, crackers, oatmeal. I've been living on noodles mostly. Well, trying to. My diet, it's a huge issue. Plain and simple. Dairy products are a problem.
Does Parenty change it all, buddy? Have a good day. Hello? Hey. Yes, I would love to talk to Carson. Yeah? Hi, buddy. How you doing, boo-boo? What did you get? What do you got? Crackers and cheese? You know, Daddy bought those for Mommy for you to give them to you, eh? Do you like them? I miss you, buddy. Thank you for the Father's Day card with the Thomas stickers and my birthday card, boo. I really liked them. Yeah, you're awesome, buddy. Don't worry, you're coming home soon, okay? Sorry. Pardon? Okay, buddy, I gotta let you go. Like, you have fun with Mommy, and Daddy will see you real soon. Okay, okay. I love you, and I miss you so much. Okay, I love you, and bye-bye. Bye-bye.
So I have issues sleeping forever. Like for like a really long time. Like I don't think I've ever really slept well. So I am going to a sleep clinic to see what they say is wrong so I can try to figure out what's the issue with my sleeping. And hopefully we'll get answers from there. Being awake all night at the warming room really hasn't helped any, I'm assuming. It like tests you as a person and like pushes you further. And like the stressful days are so rewarding though. Like we don't look back and be like, wow, that was super stressful. I don't want to do that again. It's just like you learn from every experience and whatnot. So there's a lot of good that comes from the stressful. It toughens you up. We're definitely all tougher than when we started. Guess I sit here. This is confusing. My room. And this bed does not seem comfortable. Good, it's not. That pillow's normal. This is gonna be unpleasant.
What are your hobbies nowadays?
Mostly working. I do a lot of working.
Really?
Yeah.
What, 60 plus hours?
No, I wish. Working, I read a lot. I go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Put this around your neck for now.
Yep. Like, I don't know. Also, I wonder what would happen if homeless people signed up to do this. Because it's like free. It's like a bed for the night.
Okay, so what are we talking about today? Huh. Trying to cut back on the drinking. I had one beer yesterday. I think maybe one or two the day before. A couple the day before that. Tired of fighting.
Fighting who?
Government.
For what?
They're trying to deny me new glasses because mine got broke again. Like, as you can see, my eyes are completely tired. And I've got to go into Oshawa blindfolded right now. Let me tell you, that town's not any easier than this town.
I want to share with you this evening that the people behind me are true everyday heroes. And they're everyday heroes because what they have done. They have taken a compass and set a new course for themselves. A new course that will impact their husbands, their wives, their partners, their friends, their neighbors, and everybody that they come in contact with. Because they set that compass, that new compass, a new course to achieve what they want to do. And really take life by their hands and set a new path forward.
pregnant actually motivated her to attain her diploma quickly. She'd like to thank Wesley for all he's done to motivate her as well. Jeannie Switzer. Plans to apply to seek employment before attending college. She credits her son for inspiring her to graduate.
Hey, so, you know, and you can't be going in and out because people will see you and then the cops may find out, right? But this is a tent spot, you know, if it's not raining, right? And at least all you need right now is a sheet, because it's just for the morning, right? When it gets cool for that 1 hour. But yeah, there's another guy has slept here too. That's who showed me the spot.
Where's Jeannie right now?
We had a bit of a fight.
I come home. Chad says he's had 3 beers. I look at him and go, I think you've had more than 3 beers, because you don't just pass out on somebody's couch like that off of 3 beers.
This guy Gord showed up that lives in the basement, right? And I told her I don't want to drink today. He's an alcoholic. The minute he has his first cup of coffee, he runs downstairs to get his beer. Well, she said to him, oh, you can hang out here while I'm gone. I ended up having 3 beers. It went from me telling her I didn't want to drink to her telling me I can't drink. So that's what happened. It just escalated.
When you drink 3 beers and you're hammered, that reflects bad on me, which looks bad to CAS, which will affect my son coming home. I said to him, Chad, if you're not willing to change, then we can't be together.
But, you know, there's nothing I can do. I just gotta worry about me and try to take care of myself now. And so, because when, you know, and then as soon as she graduated, now she's using that against me. She's like, you gotta get a job or something. I'm like, oh, what, because you graduated? Now and I got like 2.5 credits? Suddenly now you feel you're better than me? No. I said, nice try. You can't do it, you know. So then she would force me to, oh, you gotta go panhandle. You know, why? Carson's apprehended. I don't need milk, nothing. What, just to get some pot and cigarettes? Like, you know, so.
Now, because there was a very small trace amount of cocaine in my system, it was honestly because I did, no word of a lie, and when I show it, this is why I'm like, there's no way it's possible that it showed up. The line that I did was no bigger than that little black piece right there, and it was super thin. I didn't think it would show up in my system because of how far back I did it. It's really affected Carson more than it's affected me. Only because I'm an adult, I can deal with it, I can talk to people. But my son, sits there almost every visit and says, Mommy, somebody's gonna come get me. Mommy, somebody's gonna come get me. And I have to tell him, no, baby, nobody's coming to get you. And I have to tell my son that it's okay for him to go with a driver that's approved by CAS, because my little boy gets scared and backs up because he's like, Mommy, I don't want to go with him. And I have to tell him, you have to. I would love for him to come home. I would love for him to be ready to come home. But at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do. The only thing I can do is wait till court and hope and pray to God that the judge says, listen, people, you're being really fucking harsh on her, and I think it's about time you give her a fucking break. I have court on the 27th. On the 27th, it's basically in the judge's hands.
You know, now that I'm on the street, I just take care of me. I gotta, you know, I don't want to go to the warming room. That's why I really want to find a place. But now I don't know what to do now. It's like back to starting all over again. I come here later at night, right? And no one's around, I'll just crawl in and go to sleep. Oh, there's my bag. I knew I had my bag and bagels. Nice. But as you can see, this couch is so comfortable, man. Beautiful. As you can see, people drink down here, and it's like their backyard, right? So, and you can see this looks like a baby mattress, you know, but in the end, you don't get wet. It's dry. You're not waking up dew on the ground, but I'm actually gonna clean up these empties here. Why not, right? There's a little bit of extra change. You know what I mean? Definitely. Surprised they're even all here. Because usually people are pretty good at picking them up and taking them, right? So, yeah.
Fire. It's always nice if you're building fires. If somebody starts a fire up and gets it going, they're tending it. It's their fire. You just bring the wood up. The other person does the stuff. Swine. Now, Michael's younger than I am. He can break it. Sorry. Fuck it. Hey, Michael. Hey. Oh, I'm just waiting for beer. Sorry, I just didn't want to jump onto the dock there, man. But I need some barley and water.
Yeah, I wish I could remember what page I was looking for. Oh, there it is.
Sorry, what'd you get?
From a painting by W.W. Collins, right there.
W.W. what?
Don't you think? Like, I mean, this is his experience.
Okay, I can't read that. What's it saying?
First Easter morning.
First Easter morning, yeah.
That's it.
What? Well, what's it saying about it?
Nothing.
Well, the first Easter... What are you talking about? The first Easter morning. I don't get you.
Well, exactly. This guy's... To me, it looks like here's this poor man out and about.
None of that. So,
out in the countryside, and there's Jesus appearing to him.
Right.
You can't really see him, but...
Well, it doesn't matter. You're painting a picture in my head. What's the guy doing? What's he want?
He's got his hands forward. He's beseeching Jesus for something.
Well, no, I'm just curious. I mean, I didn't know that... I'm just trying to find the moral of the story.
The moral of the story. He's a peasant. He's wandering around in the bush.
Right.
He's penniless.
Right.
He's poor.
Yeah, he's looking... But what is
He's looking
Jesus
kind
give
of
him?
broken.
But what did Jesus give him? There must be some moral to the story. Like, did he give him, like, said, you know... It doesn't matter. He doesn't have to
Peace,
drop...
comfort. What did he give him?
I don't know. I mean, like, it's like when, you know, it's... Yeah, parables. I'm just curious what the moral of the story was.
My point is I found it in a dumpster.
Yeah, that's a good point. Sorry I missed that, Michael. I got you now. I hear you. Sorry about that.
I'm in need of a new shirt. I had me up a new.
That was my favorite shirt for a while.
Oh, really?
Yep.
What?
They wear uniforms. They look all dark.
Yeah, they do look that way, but I'm just putting this away.
They are too.
Peterborough has a zero tolerance for burning.
We won't light it up again, okay? Honest, we won't light it up again.
Slept at my buddy's last night, but Dad's gonna come do an end there as a Wednesday because I feel like I give him $5 a night, you know. But and I can't do that though all the time because he needs his own space too. Thank you for helping me out basically till the end of the month, but after that, I gotta somehow figure it out on my own.
Hi there, I'm a man in my 30s looking for an apartment. I'm currently on ODSP and would have rent paid directly to landlord. I have last month's rent as well as references. Please let me know if there's a good time to come look at the unit. They all sound basically the same. Oh, they did say they're looking for a student, so I'll add in here that he is a student.
Matthew, give me a hug, bro. I just talked to Jeannie and now they want to keep him till November because she did her drug test and a little bit of coke came up. I love that little boy so much. Like, you know, and I told her I can't keep drinking if, you know, I can't deal with this man. I just want to keep my son even longer. Oh, I'm losing my mind, man. I can't deal with this anymore. I can't. I'm on the verge of it, if you know what I mean. I can't deal with it anymore. I don't know what to do. It's like I feel helpless, right? As much as I want to fight, I feel like fighting ain't gonna do anything. I can't deal with this. She's finally talking to me again. Why? Because of Carson. Because I told her I love her. I love that kid so much. He's my own little boy, even though he's not blood. I can't deal with it. This is too much. Too much.
Years ago, I wasn't like this. I said, I'm not Martha Stewart anymore. I divorced. Yeah. That's what it picked up. Like I said, we were all social drinkers with all my neighbors, but then it escalated and got even worse after divorce. The depression set in and I didn't get out of bed for 3 months. Oh. And then I dropped out and went to Thailand. Came back broke.
It's a nice light winter, I'm okay, but unless social services will put through for a taxi cab for me in the days that it's really icy. But yeah, just waiting to see what the winter brings. Yeah. I'm going to stick it out as long as I can.
Because it's getting pretty close to the warming, I'm hoping.
Yeah, and I'm not sure I might not be able to stay here in the winter time anyhow. I have problems with steep hills and going on slants, right? And I can picture this being icy because I have to go down to the clinic every day. I got to traipse down. I'm not going to be able to make it some days. I won't dare step outside if there's an ice on the road. Fuck, I'll be down and smack the head again and I'm screwed, so. I mean, I can miss a day here and there, and it doesn't really bother me at all, But, you start missing 2 or 3 days after, and then, you start to feel like crap. That's the problem with doing any kind of opiates, even though, you really don't get high off methadone. I can still feel it going through me. But if I don't have anything for the pain, it's unbearable. Throat cancer or tongue cancer, The arm's not bad, it's just the nerves going to the side of my face, they never joined back together, so, Problem with drooling when you're eating. Learning the words after a while, I got that a few times going on. We can't serve you, why? You've been drinking? I haven't been drinking. Yes, you have, you're slurring. I slur the words because I don't have the use of the left side of my face, No, you've been drinking, no, fuck. See you later, So even, just to prove the point, the next 3 days I went in pissed. And they never said a thing to me. Days I go in straight, they say, I'm slurring because I haven't had a drink, But, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting winter anyhow, one way or the other.
I don't really have a lot of memories of the accident, but I flipped the car onto its side and slammed into a bunch of parked cars and trucks on the side of the road, and pretty much totaled my vehicle. but walked away without a scratch. I was charged with careless driving, so I'm going to fight the charges today. Ended up pleading down from careless driving, which was 6 points and $500, to unsafe lane change, which was 2 points and $110. I did that just because if I went to court, I would risk losing and getting the 6 points. I did get a new car, and then someone drove through a stop sign and T-boned me, and I rode off that car. So I currently am looking for another car again. Bad luck comes in threes, I guess. So yeah, that happened.
What's the third thing then?
I had a really bad bout with depression a while back when everything hit me really hard. So I was in the hospital for a suicide attempt right before I rode off the car. So I guess technically the third car accident would be the third thing. The second thing would be being in the hospital overnight for wanting to kill myself. Yeah.
My 5-year-old lives in Belleville. So I saw him once, 3 months ago, and before that it was a couple times, but mainly since I haven't seen him since 18 months old.
Like, I went to jail in 2010. He was born in 11.
The life I was living, I didn't want it to be to him to see it.
All boys in the end ask, where's my dad? You know, David asked about me, and so that's why we set this phone call up, right? I feel so bad, you know, I was trying to raise a kid that wasn't even mine.
I got one that's 15, one that's 10, and one that's 5.
So mom's trying to do both jobs, both roles. And I'm so grateful right now that she's like, one chance only. You let him down once, never again. I need a bottle of water. I need that bottle of water. With me without a father in my childhood, and that's why I got so attached to Carson, because he was daddyless. He's calling this person dad, this person dad. He didn't even know who it, you know what I mean? So now that, you know, so I just really like this. This is really a good feeling. I'm nervous, but at the same time, I'm really happy. Like, I almost cried to her on the phone, just thanking her for giving me a chance. And it was only because David asked. I've been waiting for this moment for 3.5 years. Hi, David. Hey, David, do you know who this is? Who? Your dad? You know it? How you been doing? How's school? You're gonna be going to school soon, eh? Again. Okay? Yeah, you just had today off. Well, that was really nice. That was really nice I was able to talk to you today, because I miss you so much. And I want to see you soon. Hey? Yeah. Would you like that? You know anybody? Okay.
Thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye. That was awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, buddy. How'd it go?
Awesome. I guess it pays off sometimes in the end.
Once in a while.
Like, I was a complete screw up. I don't blame her for not wanting me in his life. There's no consistency. But there can be consistency if I want it to be. Yeah. I gotta show it. Yeah. All right, well,
You look so happy.
I am happy. I'm happy, Christian.
All right.
I gotta go to probation too today, so.
Not as happy, but.
Being on the street, your mind can deteriorate and you become totally mentally ill. A lot of it has to do with, because of how society treats people that are on the street. They treat them like nobodies. You become depressed, and then when you're depressed, you resort to a substance or something, or alcohol. Well, that's a substance too. But you resort to that to cover the feeling of the depression. But then it's right back there as soon as you're done. But then you feel even worse. So eventually it just takes a mental toll on you. And that's the thing, like, a lot of people don't look at emotions and feelings upon the people in poverty.
And I think in the end, the city doesn't want to help the people. Maybe it is because they've never lived that life. They've never experienced it.
It used to bother me stepping on these cracks. You remember the common saying? Yeah. Break your mama's back.
Now it's all coming back to me. I can't believe that it's been like 6 months already? 4 months? 5 months? We're expecting to be at capacity right away. Yeah, so...
So what we're hoping that the warming room is basically a place where people can come, or how it started at least, is a place where people could come who have nowhere else to go. So if someone is unable to go to another shelter, or if someone refuses to go to another shelter, at least in the winter months, we want to provide a safe, warm place where they can come and feel welcome and feel like they're safe. We always approach that humbly, right? Knowing that at any moment what we're doing isn't perfect and could be adding to it, but hopefully our end goal is through having a place where relationships can be built, right? I think that what I've seen that's been really cool is that you see the transformation of volunteers who have come, who had an idea of homelessness being like people making bad choices. So all we need to do is help people make better choices and homelessness will be done. That's obviously a myth, but it's the myth we tell ourselves so that we can live with ourselves at night.
Everybody deserves a chance. You get enough people that say they believe in them and have faith that you can do it, and keep encouraging them and giving them strength and hope and faith that you can do it. Eventually, you know what, they're gonna start believing in it. At first they're gonna doubt, because that's all they're used to doing, right? But when they hear it over and over and over again, even if they don't want to hear it, they're gonna start believing in it. They're gonna start thinking, why do these people care? You know what, maybe I can do it. Enough people are telling me I can, I gotta start believing in myself.
It feels like last season was so long ago. It will be sad. I already know a couple guests are coming back, which is a bummer. So it'll be interesting. Every year it has been a different crowd, basically. So it'll be interesting to see what we have this year.